Good morning, park managers, and welcome back to Jurassic World Evolution 2. Today I'm going to be showing off a zoo that I made in the stream, and all the enclosures, the suggestions come from the people that were watching my stream on Twitch and TikTok at the same time. So we have a fair few different builds. I probably won't mention names as much because I can't remember everyone. I can only remember probably 3 people up to now, but we have a fair few enclosures to show off. Now the whole idea of this park was to have it as a biodomes knocking around, and you get to them via these cars. Obviously a lot of paths have to be knocked down through the woods, so as you can see just a bit before, we have a timber yard where that's where they go and collect the logs that they've cut down to make this park and then reuse it because we are sustainable. Let's put it that way. But our first enclosure is our snowy pine forest for the Utaranus and for the Jaileropterus. I had to think there, Jaileropterus. And then we go on to our next enclosure, which is our redwood enclosure. Now I did it very sparse because not only is Pteranodon in here, we also have the T-Rex, the buck and doe, which honestly I feel like they look really good in this enclosure. And it's quite nice to see the Pteranodon flying around. Like I did try and make sure there was still like a flying species with a land species. Now Proximus and Jamie asked for a goat island, and we figured out you can add as many goats as you want, but eventually they do disappear. Now this is our Nothosaurus lagoon and has a Nothosaurus like hotel with a nice garden walkway leading up to it, and this is probably one of my favorite lagoons, mainly because like the way I did the viewing dome in here underneath 2 rocks and kelp around it kind of makes it feel like it's a secret underwater base. Like it just has a really cool look to it. Anyways, this one here is our Barbadactylus and it is our Baryonyx swamp. We have the trio from Camp Cretaceous in here, and it's just enjoyable to look. And as well, we have free roaming Brachiosaurus. I kind of felt like it was kind of cruel to put a large sauropod inside of like the biodomes, so we ended up just having like Brachiosaurus as free roaming creatures in this park. Now this is our Megalodon lagoon, which I really did enjoy making, using the Bioluminescent tower in the centre of it to get a good 360 view of the lagoon. And it kind of looks like an infinity pool looking at it, the way it like sort of like at a perfect angle. It looks like it's going out into the ocean itself. Right here we have our Kentrosaurus biome. We're using Pierce as well as the original one. The Pierce skin looks like an adult, and then obviously the normal skin makes it look like it's a juvenile. We did the same with Dimetrodon, so we got the Molters acting as juveniles and we got the normals acting as adults, and it has a really cool look. And I still absolutely love this tree feeder for sauropods which are knocking around the park, which was shown to me by Legion. Really cool channel, definitely say check it out. And then right here we have our Velociraptor biome. It was a jungle sort of sandy beach island, and then we've got a few Trophosnathus like knocking about in there. I think there's only 2 of those, but a ton of raptors, about 6 of them in here, and I feel like they look really great. Now this one right here is better seen at night. This is our Bioluminescent lagoon. Also has Nothosaurus in here, as well as a few Stixies, which I absolutely adore. Like they were so cool when they added them to the game, especially with all the glow in the dark bioluminescence. It looks amazing and just great to watch. And we kind of separated the lagoon into 2 sections using this kelp wall, as you can see in the background. There being rocks on one side, and then on the other side would be loads of corals. Now this enclosure right here is it's like a jungly kind of redwood forest, like a mix between Jurassic Park 3 and Jurassic Park 2, and the 2 different environments on the same island of Sauna there. Home to Ankylosaurus and as well as Tapijara. Over here we have a little grassland island surrounded by Lioplorodons, which look absolutely awesome. Our parasols here are the Bioluminescent one, and we have a few Gallimimus knocking in. Something I didn't actually realise till not long ago, that Gallimimus skin is actually the skin for the juvenile Gallimimus that you see in the original Jurassic Park. So yeah, that was kind of cool. I was like, oh yeah, that's, the adults don't have those stripes, so the adults are purely orange. But yeah, here are Lioplorodon. I absolutely love them. The thing I find about them is kind of, they're almost like a hybrid themselves, like they cross them with crocodiles, but they were a really cool like little design that they did their own thing with it, and it looks cool, and it does look like a hybrid. Anyways, this is our cactus forest. We have a bit of oasis because obviously our dinosaurs need to have a drink, and we have a Margosaurus in here, a really cool, fascinating small sauropod, and I feel like they fit really well with the cactus, especially with the spikes going down the neck. Technically, again, this is a bit of like a Jurassic World kind of artist aspect to it. They would actually have pretty much have like fins all the way down with those spikes, and they won't be protruding out there. We also have a Spinoraptor desert island shared with Thanos Draco. Now our last biome is a Allosaurus one, and we've got the juvenile in here with 2 adults to make it look like this is like a bit of like a family scenario going on in here. And we have a few flies in here. I'm not going to say the name. I've tried 7 times whilst editing this, and I've really struggled. Now, something I always forget to show off, especially when people during the streams was asking me to give them a tour of what we've done so far, and it involves this like dead volcano that we are viewing right here. And I always forget, right at the beginning of this street, of the first stream of building this park, we made ourselves a secret hybrid facility within a dead volcano. So in here we have the Indominus Rex, the Indoraptor, and the Scorpius Rex, with my favourite skin on. It definitely looks venomous with those like green stripes. Anyways, thank you for joining me on this tour. I hope you've enjoyed this. Until next time, I'll see you later.